I used to think all I needed was just a little more time. If I could have paused the day, stretched the hours, or had some kind of magic fix, I would have taken it. But now, even if I'd had a time turner, like Hermione, I don't think it would have saved me. I used to play The Sims, and I remember that moment when you could level up your sim so that barely needed to pee. And I thought, yes, that's the life upgrade I want. It wasn't the mansion, not the dream partner either, just toilet efficiency. Because in real life, I kept trying to make use of every minute, every hour, even the tiniest sliver of the day. And bodily needs, they were just obstacles. Honestly, if skipping sleep didn't mess me up, I would have done it. If I could have stayed focused without eating, I'd have skipped that too. And the worst part, I probably would have tried to train myself out of being human just a little, because somewhere deep inside, I'd started to believe the problem isn't the workload, the problem is that I'm too slow. Sophie's one of those people who gets things done. She's fast, reliable, and when something urgent comes up, she's the one people go to. If anyone can fix this, it's you. It sounds like trust, and it is, but it's also how she ends up drowning. Because she's not given more support, she's given more tasks. Her schedule's already overflowing, but she keeps trying to fit in just one more thing and another. Not because she's trying to impress anyone, but because she honestly believes, with more time, I could make it work. But here's the hard part. When did saying yes become your main way to feel valuable? She's not comparing herself to average people. She's comparing herself to Hermione. And not just regular Hermione, time turner Hermione, the one who bends the rules of physics to do more than humanly possible. And even at Hogwarts, a literal school of magic, people still thought she was doing too much. So, what does it say about us when we try to do the same without the magic? You're chasing a performance that even fictional characters barely survive. But here's what we forget. Even Hermione changed. She started as a perfect student. She followed every rule, knew all the answers. But by the end of the story, she started breaking rules, left school behind, and chose a mission no one could grade because it mattered more than achievement. That's not failure, that's growth. Have you ever told yourself, if I just had a little more time, I could manage it all? What's one moment where I realized the calendar wasn't the real problem, but the expectations were? Share it in the comments if that felt familiar. I'd love to know. Not long ago, I did something I've never done before. I said no to a task at work. It wasn't that I didn't care, but because I'd reached my limit. And for the first time, I realized something I should have known all along. Saying no didn't make me a bad colleague. My manager still valued me, and the team didn't fall apart. The task, it got done. Nothing dramatic happened, just calm. I learned something I'm still holding on to. I don't have to wait until the last minute next time. And when I do respect my limits, it doesn't just help me, it actually helps everyone around me too. Here's the part we seldom name. We live in a performance culture, not just at work, everywhere. You're expected to be a brilliant colleague, to show up as a fully present partner, be an attentive parent, a reliable friend, in great shape, and the new flex, an inbox at zero, while always keeping up, evolving, and being emotionally intelligent about it. And if you can't, well, maybe you just need better time management. Really? That's the lie. Because it's not a time issue, it's a capacity issue. It's not that you're slow, it's that you're trying to meet expectations that only 1% of fictional characters can. Maybe what you need isn't a better planner or a more productive morning routine. Maybe what you need is to stop saying yes to things that expect you to perform like a game character with upgrades. Because when you try to optimize everything, You start to resent the parts of yourself that slow you down, your body, your emotions, and that deep, simple need for rest. But those aren't flaws, they're signals. Signals that you're not unproductive, not incompetent, just human. If you want help reframing this, I made a free one-page PDF. Download it below and answer the first question tonight. It takes 2 minutes. You're expecting yourself to function beyond what humans were built for. Hermione let go of that story too. However, she didn't lose herself. Instead, she stopped living for the gold stars. Here's what happens when you keep saying yes to unrealistic expectations. You don't just run out of time, you go into time death. You don't just get tired, you start burning through your sleep, then your focus, then your joy. And the interest is brutal because no matter how much you give, it never feels like enough. You're not in deficit because you're inefficient. You're in deficit because the dream of total optimization in all areas all the time was never attainable to begin with. Hermione had the time turner and she used it effectively, but in the end, she stopped optimizing everything. She didn't win because she did more than everyone. She won because she chose what mattered and let go of the rest. You are doing your best. And still, you're pushing past your limits day after day. But what if the real strength is to wholeheartedly accept when something is impossible? Humans have limits. That's not a flaw. It's a fact of life. And no amount of strategy or sacrifice can change that. But when you stop fighting it, you can start incorporating it. And here's what makes Hermione's choice even more powerful. She didn't just leave school. She erased herself from her parents' memory to protect them from what she was about to do. She didn't have a degree, no safety net, and no guarantee it would work. Just the quiet knowledge. This matters more. Another character might have chosen differently. She could have stayed, could have followed the rules, might even have been praised for doing everything right. But Hermione saw the real cost, and she chose purpose over performance. Most of us won't face anything like that. We're not fighting Dark Lords or hunting Horcruxes. What we're dealing with? Deadlines, PowerPoints, reports, and a long line of people who expect us to say yes, because we always do. But the pressure is real, and so is the moment when you realize you can't keep optimizing your way through everything. So ask yourself, what's one thing that's costing you more than it gives? At some point, you have to ask what's actually worth doing. Because sometimes the version of success you're still chasing isn't even yours anymore. Make room for the human, and your time starts working for you. When you do, that's how you truly build your momentum. Next time, we'll go one level deeper, because even when you say no to the impossible, you might still be stuck, just in a more sophisticated trap. Click to see how.